Hello, wonderful and hi, magical and wondrous being. Welcome to episode, I think it's 83 or maybe it's 84. I'm not quite sure, but whatever the title is, that's the one it is. So yes, as always, Sunny Bonani, Dumalang, goeie aand, afternoon, bon dia. So in the spirit of pulling some cards, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to pull from this fabulous Animal Oracle deck by Chip Richards. Chip. What an interesting name. Chip. Peculiar, but nonetheless, it's a fab deck. It really is. Let's see what Chip Richards' deck has to share with us today, shall we? Just one card, one message to get us started today. If you're still here, halala, I see you. I'm sure most people have scrolled by now. It's 1 minute. People's attention spans can only stay for a minute. I've coming to realize their attention spans are becoming shorter and shorter and shorter by the hour, by the minute, by the millisecond and second. So I'm just saying. And it seems to be rather sticky today. Messages just don't seem to want to come out. The cards are like sticky. Very sticky. There's a lot of sticky business going on right now in the world, I feel. Everyone's got their fingers in some kind of pie. I think. That's what I think. Well, that's what the cards are kind of like suggesting, you know. But come on, just one message for us. Oh, here it is, at long last. Oh, two actually came out. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Python energy. And I'm sure you know much about snakes, but they are all about rebirth, shedding the old, making room for the new skin to arrive. But I mean, a python is a boa, it's like a constrictor, right? They like squeeze the living shit out of you. And I really do feel that's pretty much how many of us are feeling right now. We are feeling like life and the events that are pursuing themselves out there in the ether and in the world, not only on earth and in this realm, but also in the heavens. I do feel like we are almost being squeezed through some kind of like birth canal. So yes, there's definitely newness, new opportunities, a new beginning that's undoubtedly emerging in our here now moment in time. But this python for me is definitely just suggesting that. However, on this card, it does share that this python is all about using your discernment, practicing a level of detachment, allowing and inviting transformation to ensue, and opening yourself up to the renewal that the snake energy, particularly the python, is offering. So that's at the base of the deck. I guess that's kind of the energetics that's anchoring us into the here now moment. And I'm just going to reach down onto the floor because that's where they fell. These two wonderful cards that literally have just fallen right next to each other. I'm back. So we have got, oh, so cute. We've got the Giant Panda. Oh, look, it's mommy and the baby there. The Giant Panda. Oh, so cute. And Giant Panda is here to communicate innocence, gentleness, harmony, and balance. I feel like that's what we're being invited and called in to, I guess, step into and embrace. And on the opposite side, we've got number 22, which is a very powerful number, the White Pelican. There's old Pelly there. See him? And he's here to remind us to bring in and foster greater ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. Oh, this is just so gorgeous. So really special and really gorgeous. So just a reminder, at the base, we've got really a challenging, like I feel like this is what we're feeling like right now, being pushed through the eye of the needle, or being pushed through the womb of heavenly creation here on earth now. And these energies are, I guess, what we're really being invited to step into, embrace, and focus our attention on. And I'm just going to read intuitively what I see in the cards based on the colors, based on the symbols, the signs, any semiotics, basically, that I'm seeing present themselves here. So I see the rising of the sun. I see some bamboo at the back. And of course, good old giant pandas for me are very synonymous and linked with bamboo shoots and roots. And if you just think about a bamboo, what is that? Shoot? Not a tree, but a bamboo shoot. If you know anything about bamboo, it takes a really, really long time to grow from the roots until it pushes up above the soil. I stand to be corrected, but I do recall it, I think, being 3 years. So for 3 years, this bamboo shoot stays below the ground. And during this whole time, it's completely invisible, hidden to the naked eye. Everything and a lot is happening, but everything's happening below the surface. So when you look at it, it just looks like, there's just soil, like you put something there, but nothing's happening. And at the bottom, in the darkness, the roots are growing longer and deeper and deeper and deeper. And the root system is just starting to anchor in and starting to really take control of its space where it is. And of course, given the right conditions, although bamboo is quite resilient, it will shoot above the ground. And once it shoots above that soil, that's when the growth happens almost instantaneously and overnight, one would say. And I feel like I'm being called to share this because I feel like energetically this is where a lot of us are feeling we're at. It's like we've been putting in the work, we've been doing that shadow work, we've been doing that self-improvement, self-development, we've been checking in on ourselves, we've been like looking ourselves in the eyes, we've been showing up for these daily vlogs daily, we've been getting on our mats, we've been meeting ourselves as best as we can meet ourselves, and we're like, what gives? The crickets. So yes, this beautiful card from the Giant Panda is really communicating that to me, above and beyond the message that I guess has been documented within the card, but acknowledging that all of that work that you've been investing and putting in yourself has not gone unnoticed, and it has not been in vain. There will be fruits to your labor being revealed to yourself. We just have to fussbait, as they say in South Africa. And yes, trust. I feel like now the White Pelican is beginning to speak to me. And let's just see what the White Pelican actually has to say in terms of like, we always want time frames. I'm no different, trust me, especially when you're like in the thick of the muck, right? You're like, fuck, when is it actually just like, just like throw me a bone or something, you know what I mean? And the White Pelican, I guess, he's all about ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. And I am seeing a 22 here, which is a number 4. And I guess April for me could be potentially a really powerful month. I know there's a lot of Kazimis going on. I know that there are a lot of planets going direct in good old Aries right now. The the planet, or sorry, not the planet, the sign of war. Is it war? I know Mars is the god of war, but I know Aries also has a little bit to do with that business. I'm not an astrologer, so I love astrology, but I'm not into the specifics of astrology per se. So yes, go and do your own research on what's happening in the heavens. But I guess here on Earth, this beautiful white pelican is here to remind me that something's going to shift, something's going to happen. Your wings are going to begin to start getting ready to fly, right? He hasn't taken flight yet, as you can see. I mean, he's still anchored on his little post with one leg really like holding on there, but his other leg's lifted and his wings are opening up, and I feel like he's beginning to get ready to take flight. So perhaps that's a little message to offer. And what I am also being drawn to is the blue within this card, the blue on his feathers and the blue on his talons and on his feet. And the blue color for me is all about the throat chakra. So there's definitely some form of activation, or there's going to be some opportunity for you to leverage and use your voice. And yes, when you do use your voice, remember to use it with great ease, reveal it with great optimism, grace, and a cooperative nature. So that's super cool, guys. That is super cool. So I'm feeling called to read the good old Giant Panda here. Actually, no, I'm feeling called to actually read the Python. That is what I'm feeling called to read, because that's kind of like what's anchoring our energetics right now, right? So I'm just going to read the message. Python silently enters your world to open the way to deep transformation and renewal. She calls forth the full realization of your dreams, not through exerted effort and chasing, but through quiet mastery of one of your greatest creative powers, intention. Take time to listen closely to the ancient calling of your soul. Clarify what you really want and allow this vision to ignite a fire of new possibility within you. Nothing renews our spirit more powerfully than the awakening of a dream. Bold visions dissolve past perceptions of the possible and awaken within you a whole new way of being. Resist the temptation to rush off, sharing this new dream with others, or wasting your energy chasing after it. Take time instead to allow the embers of your desire to grow inside, harvesting the energy of your vision, calling it closer to you. With Python's ancient knowing finally attuned to the rhythms of life, she will help you sense when it is time to act, and to do so with great assertive power and accuracy. She can assist you to be patient and calm, but to seize the moment with great power when it matters most. Maintain focus, but don't let your idea of how you think things are supposed to happen stop you from seeing what emerges before you. Letting go of your attachment to both past and future outcomes will give you an ability to feel the pulse of highest possibility and follow the energy of the moment. Be willing to look into the shadows, to see beyond the surface of your circumstance into the deeper truth and higher gifts this moment brings you. And the affirmation that this beautiful spirit animal is providing reads, I release the past to awaken the new. I see my world through the eyes of who I am becoming. Oh. Guys, it's so perfect and so pretty and so beautiful. It's definitely some messages that have spoken to me directly. And if you're still here, there must be something in this message that has captivated your attention. And I would love to hear what that actually was or is. So yes, drop it down in the comments and see if we can start a little chatter batter, just start a little conversation there. And yes, I think April's going to be a humdinger. April 2026. This reading is timeless. So if April 2026 has long gone and passed, reflect back to what was happening in April 2026. Go do yourself a little Google search, you know? And yes, just find out, I guess, what was happening in the world, what was happening in your life and in your domain and sphere. And see, I guess, how this message has offered insight or contemplative thought or any form of resonance, or perhaps a insightful message that has maybe triggered or switched something on that may have been dormant or unplugged or switched off. So yes, magical human. My energy is also feeling really wired. I'm feeling like quite excited about something, but I don't know what, you know. But there was something in that message that I just want to touch on before I sign off. And it was around how you should, I guess, keep things to yourself. And to also be open and receptive to allowing for the fluidity of things to show up in different ways than what you have set and almost cemented your intention with and on. And to just be open and receptive to how life actually brings these manifestations or brings your dreams through in ways that you may never ever have even thought of, right? And that makes sense, right? Like if everything was so predetermined and everything was so lined up, how boring would this life actually be? I guess quite boring, right? Like we would know what would happen. There would be like some form of guarantee that it would appear as we thought of it. And not to say that that doesn't happen sometimes, but there's always this element of surprise. And I feel like I'm being told to share that we must really lean into that surprise, you know, rather than get upset when it doesn't happen quite the way we want it. And then we're like a kid in a candy store going, I don't want the jellies, I want the licorice. And just throwing a tantrum and throwing all your shit out the basket or something, you know. Because yes, and those blessings will take longer to arrive as well, you know, because God's going to be like, this one doesn't want licorice, she just wants jelly tots or something. Jelly tots are not really good for her. The licorice is better, and she'd actually be able to do a lot more with the licorice, but she just wants jelly tots. So we're going to be okay, fine, girl. We're going to let you just keep wanting those jelly tots until such time that you don't want those motherfucking jelly tots anymore. You actually would be keen on receiving any other kind of candy. Even the licorice, you'll be like, oh, wow, I never thought I actually liked licorice, but there is some form of appreciation for licorice, you know. Just an example, guys. It's just an example. So yes, it's already 18:11 and I'm still rambling. Anyway, guys, if you stayed this long, halala, halala. Yes, I see you, and there's clearly something in my energy, my voice, where I look, whatever, that resonates with you, because staying this long is really only for the brave and the not so sane. So if there is anything in this content or in this video that's resonated, and this is your first time here, go check out some of my other videos. I've got a fabulous one called Call Me Peach. I love that one. I love it. Call Me Peach. I think it's, I don't know, somewhere in the 30s maybe. It's quite a while ago, but that's the one that just pops into my head right now. And I've got some videos about some of my art pieces where I share stories about them and perhaps some of the techniques that I use to create my art. I pull some other intuitive messages. I share, I guess, channeled or intuitive messages that I guess I receive and am called to share. But as always, this vlog is primarily aimed for my own growth, my own expansion, and my own elevation, and kind of time stamping to see where I was, where I am now, and just documenting this process and this journey to date. So yes, go check out some of those previous episodes, because the episodes do kind of like lend a story to where I come from and where I'm kind of going to. So just tap in tap in with me, not with other podcasters. You can also go watch them. But just for me here now, remember to just do all those things that help me grow and flow and elevate all that I know. Click like, subscribe, go check my bio, all those plugs. As always, sow, flow, grow, and glow. I'll see you for tomorrow's episode. Stay delicious, you little munchkins. Bye.